This is Blender and laying an image over a cube. That's what I'd like the final result to be. Go with that. So let's do a new general, don't save that. We'll get our cube. There are many ways to put texture onto an object. This is a way, shading. And as soon as we get in there, we already have the principled BSDF and material output set up. I'm not going to put a base color in before I do anything else. So the first thing that I want to do is to add texture, image texture. And so first of all you get the icon type thing, and then I'm going to do an open, go textures. First one is the diffusion, that's all, diffuse or something like that. It's the base image. Drag from color to base color. What do I get? Do I get anything? I get that. Evidently, because it doesn't, because I'm not doing any unwrapping and I'm not using the UV editing, I've not given any clues about how does this object, how is it supposed to look. Now from looking at what I had before, the next thing I need to add in that's going to plug into the diffuse thingy is the texture coordinate. So we add, if I go down here, texture coordinates. So it's part of import, it's just it wasn't visible. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there. And the next thing I then want to bring in is a mapping. So add vector mapping. Okay. And then I'm going to move, in fact, for the first one anyway, we'll go from object to vector. It's still not pointing to anything, so that shouldn't change. And then we'll go from vector to vector. Just thinking about it, and we got that, which, okay, it's a thing, but it doesn't have a lot of kind of definition on it, okay? And I was kind of hoping, or maybe if I do that, how do I get to see over there? Don't know how you do that. Okay, what happens if it seems I can't just kind of move these things, don't want to do that. I have to get rid of it from one direction. So now I can now drag it from generated to vector. Before I had object to vector. So it's still not quite right, is it? And I don't understand. I'm doing it kind of robotically. Oh, I know something we didn't have before, and that's box. Box was one of the instructions. So let's change that. And right, and so now at least it's the right kind of shape and everything's wrapped around it correctly. So that's good. Out of interest, what does happen if I go get this release line again and put it from, oh yeah, note that it's when it has nothing, it's the base color is black. We went from vector there, type, what was type? Type is still point. Interesting. That, so this time, because it's object, or when it's object, it seems to multiply out these planks, so I don't know why that happens. Doesn't really matter. Let's go back to generated because I kind of prefer that. Okay, so now I need to add in, so I'm kind of done with this one a bit. Don't drag it too high because it just runs off the screen. So here I can take that, do a Shift D, stick it down there. Let's get rid of this out of the way a bit. Move that over there. And then this one, so again it's not pointing to anything right now, but it will go from color to a roughness. Where's roughness gone in here? Roughness. But in between there, we want a color ramp. So I'm going to color ramp. That will go from color to FAC. Cool, you can't hang around because otherwise it just runs off the screen. Now go from color to roughness. And watch what it change. So yeah, maybe looks as though there's a bit of light on it or something. And then you can use this slider to decide on kind of intensity or whatever. What's it saying about? Wow, that should look. What we got here? RGB. I just slide up a slider. So that's that one, and then I want to do another Shift D. Shift D. Drag it down. Oh, that's the wrong one actually. So I've got a diff, but I haven't. I thought that I did the diff before, or clicked on it, and it didn't give me anything. Maybe I'm again doing something wrong. So this one needs to be rough. Okay, open image and rough. Again, has that changed things? It certainly is the rough one. Oh, there was a non-color on this one. So non-color there, and watch it for change. Yeah, if you say so. And also I'm missing the mapping. The mapping's not right, or rather I've left one out because I need to take this vector and stick it into the vector for the rough. If you say so. So let's grab that one, move it down again, and we'll do the same. Well, in fact, I haven't quite finished, have I? So this one needs to be pointing at the normal. Question, what does the disp one do? I don't know. And then the normal needs a normal map. So we're going to say add vector one. Okay. And then the normal here goes into the normal there, and the color there goes into the color there. See if anything happens. Interesting. Looks a little bit weird because it seems to have moved a bit. Okay, so that's all fine. And then maybe that looks weird because this vector still needs to come down from the mapping against the texture coordinate. So do that. Watch it again. See, that's improved at least. And I should. Now, does the normal allow me to change the depth? What's this? Tangent space, object space. Not really sure if that does very much. World space. No, go back to tangent space. Yeah, whatever. Let's try strength. Let's make that 5. Watch what that does, if anything. Yeah, right. Okay, so that kind of changed the depth, I think I would have said. And if I now make strength, say 8, keep watching. Yeah, okay. So actually that looks a bit more crate-like. That's kind of what I wanted. So that's pretty good. Now, is that everything that I needed to do? It looks like it. Kind of crate, actually. That looks not bad. I think that's pretty good. Back to layout. And if I then do Z and material preview, then great, it actually looks like our, look at that, it's got the screws in there as well. It's terrific. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Done. Oh, and yeah, thank you, Polyhaven.